Hi everybody. So we're going to look at the problem a lot of people have been mentioning. So we are going to see like how we can generate a data set out of our images or our PDF or any sort of document understanding project or in our AI center, right? So I'll just show you like how can we just create data set. I'm not going to details of what data set and why are they creating it, but I will show you how to create data sets. To create our data set, we'll go to AI center and we first need to create a project. I will create an invoice project and I'll just hit create, and I'll redirect you to this like this dashboard. It's a AI center dashboard that we can use to leverage these ML packages or skills in our document understanding or other extraction projects. So, but for this video, we are just focusing on data sets and data labeling. These two are the parts where we can actually generate our data sets from our PDF or our invoices or something that we'll use in the ML packages. So let's just quickly go to an ML package. I'll just show you like we have an out of box packages. So here UiPath provided a lot of extraction of ML skill packages that we can use or customize and retrain based on our data set. So like I said, these are already predefined format that UiPath has given us or they have made for us. So here is like invoice. This is an ML skill. So using this ML script, we can extract data from our invoices documents from our invoice documents, right? So as you can see, this is a retrainable module. So whenever we transfer our data from our data set to this module, and we can retrain this package to use in our customized automation projects. So so what is data set? Like how we can get data set for an example, like what is data set from for this ML package, UiPath has given us this a sample schema or a sample documents. So if you go to this link over here, and we can see like user predefined schema over this. So this is the invoices that I showed you in ML packages. So once I click here to download those schema, I can see like what I have downloaded. I'll just go here and I will just extract this. So these are the things that are available inside my schema. Let me show you after. I will extract them and show you over here. So yeah, this we get a JSON file. So what is here is like a it's something like JSON data is encrypted where we have a name and then here we have a vendor address, all those things. These are all the details that a bot is extracting from the documents. We can say that. So these are like different sort of things like name and vendor name that bot is extracting, vendor address bot is extracting, billing name and all those things. Either we can use this data set and this data set or to retrain the module, or we can generate our own data set. So what we can do is we can go to our UiPath AI Center. Once we are in AI Center, I'll just create a data set folder. I'll create new data set. I'll name it invoice data set, and I'll not make it public. I'll just keep it private and just hit create. So this is a data set that I just created. As you can see, like invoice data set. So now I can either upload files that is schema from there, or I can generate my own data set using data labeling. So let me show you how I use data labeling to generate those things. I go to data labeling. I'll just select our UiPath document understanding, and I'll give it a data set labeling as a name, and I'll choose data set and invoice data set, and I'll just hit create. So once I hit create, I'll get a data labeling session. So it is being deployed. So once it is available, then we can go ahead and label all the documents that we have so that we can create a data set. Let's see, like it's taking some time to get deployed now. So now this session is available to me. If I click on this session, it will redirect me to the data manager. This is called data manager, where we are supposed to train, or we are supposed to let our module know that these are the fields that are interested in extracting. So I can create fields with this one. So this module will get me all these vendors names and the vendor address and first span and billing names, all those things. These are the name that I need to adjust in a regular field. But doing that, I can do that way as well, or I can just upload some documents. We have an import option. I will go ahead and name it batch one, and all I have to do is upload the documents. These are some sample documents, invoices that I have. So UiPath says minimum 10 documents to be uploaded, or minimum 10 documents to be labeled over there. So once I hit upload, so I'll get all those documents over here and I can work on them one by one. So as you can see, now it is analyzing my documents, and it will give me like all those are I have to, yeah, like I said, that it has been already uploaded. So these are uploaded. Now I have to import this on this data manager project. So now you will see this OCR will change. UiPath will use a default OCR. I can change this OCR, but for this I'm just using a default one. So this is batch, the raw import data. It is importing as it is. So now we see like each of the documents are being imported on this project. So let's wait till it is imported and we can go ahead and label each of them one by one. So yeah, my import session is almost completed. So I'm 100% imported all those documents. I'll just hit a close and let it close and let it work me on these individual documents. So for the first document, these column fields are all those tables. These data are column fields, and all other regular fields like invoice number, invoice address, invoice number, this all these, and the shipping address, billing address, all these are like a documents as a regular fields. And sometimes like classification fields are something like, if I want to classify this total as a USD or AUD or INR, and in that case we can use the classification fields. For this video I'll just use regular fields and the column fields. I'll just try a couple of regular fields first. I want is like a invoice number. I'll hit OK. It asks me, is it a number, a string, or it is a multi-line, multi-value, or it is available or not in this document, right? I'll just leave it as it is, and I'll just hit a save. So I have an invoice number. I will create another field as a grand total. So this field is also, I'll just keep it a number, and I'll just keep everything else as a default and hit save. So these two fields I can extract from here. Other one I can extract is like a name. This name I will keep it as a company name or something like that, but I can just hit a save. So I can go ahead and extract all these billing address and shipping address, but the problem is like I don't have these all shipping address and billing address in all of my documents. So just for this video or showing you, I will just keep with these three regular fields. You can go ahead and create this billing address, shipping address, and if they are not present in any of the documents, you have to go edit them and mark them as hidden. So these are not present in this document for retrainable, but in next document those are available. You can do that one, but let's keep this and generate a data set. That is our motive for today. And for the column fields I have description. I'll keep everything default. I have quantity. I'll keep this as a number, and I have a price, and I'll keep this as a number as well. So I'll just hit a save. So now I have all three things that I require. So now I will just label each three things relative to this one. So first is invoice number. I'll just keep it an invoice number. I'll just have to select that particular field that I'm extracting and hit this G for a shortcut for grand total. G, it will be populated over here, and name would be this one. And for this field, so here we have two column, right? This will be taken as a separate line for by the UiPath, but what we can do is just select all these and hit a backslash. This means like all this code is a single row, and all this data is for a single row. So now we can go ahead and select this and hit D for description. For this we hit Q for quantity, and this is for price. So you can do this for another one as well. So select it, hit backslash, and now again reselect it, make it description, make it quantity, and make it price. So this is how we'll extract all those things. Now I'll quickly go ahead to the next document, and I'll start labeling over here. So now for this, now the UiPath has given us an option to predict those fields from our documents. So I'll use a generate predict option, and I'll see like what it gets me. If I hit generate predict, now it is predicting and getting me all this data. So what it thinks that these are the particular data according to the predictive analysis. So now as you can see, the zone is a name, it is has extracted, invoice number is 321, and the grand total is 1391. And similarly this all these things are it has extracted for me. I can, if there is any issue, then I can go ahead and label it on my manually or on my own, or I can just go to the next document if I'm satisfied. For now I'll go to next document and hit generate predict. So for all documents, I'll just hit next and give generate predict. But you can just go ahead and select manually and do labeling on your own for the practice. But for now, I'll just hit generate and predict, and that will help me to get a data set quickly. So as you can see, this is my last document that I'm labeling, or I'm using generate predict to get all the details of the column fields and all the regular fields from this document. So now I'm good to go ahead and export these are labeled, or this labeling of from the data manager session as a data set, right? So only I think I have to make sure like I'm extracting all those fields in all 10 of my documents. you can just go ahead and check all those documents and make sure like you are extracting all the regular fields that are over here. So once we are good, like we have extracted all those documents or we have labeled all the documents, like annotation, labeling, whatever we call it, but we have already done that for all these documents. Now I can go ahead and hit export. This will export my document as a PATCH1 EXPORT. So this is my export as name. So I'll just leave all these things as default. So current search results means all the 10 documents that I have searched. This will like export to AI Center. I'll just go ahead and do export to AI Center. So once I hit that, it's now, you can see this is blinking. It means like it is working on background to export this data that we have prepared. So like I think the export is finished and we are good with the export. We don't have any much issues while leveling. So we are getting a good export. Now I can go ahead to the UiPath AI Center, and like I can go ahead with the UiPath AI Center and see like what are the data or what are the schema that I have extracted in dataset. So I'll just go to AI Center and open my project, and now I can go to dataset. And if I open this dataset, I'll have an export. This is my dataset that I have exported. So if I click here, so now this is batch one export we just exported, right? So let's click here and see what we are get from here. So we get is a schema. We download it and see how that schema is presented. So like if you remember, like we downloaded some from here as invoices that are predefined pre-trained ML packages and that are provided by UiPath. So that download, this one, the dataset schema over here, it's similar to that the one that we just created, right? So now this schema or this dataset we can use to train ML packages, create pipelines, and we can use those pipelines and ML skills in our automation project. So these are, I guess, images that we have uploaded, all those images and all those things are exported for us. So this data we can use for as a training set or evaluation set. So we can use them in our packages. So I got some queries like how we get like data set, how we generate data set using UiPath. So this is one way to generate data set. So you can go ahead and try for other ML packages to create, like you can go ahead and check for ML packages whichever you want, and you can use your documents to generate data set in this way. So this is all for this video, but in our next video we will see how we use this data set in ML packages, how we can generate pipelines out of this and ML skill out of this, how we can deploy ML skills. And then we will, in our following video, we will use those ML skills that we created or that we retrained in our automation projects. So thank you for watching, and I hope this will answer the question like how we can generate data set for you, and enjoy.